When the night begins to break, but day hasn't yet arrived, something steers in the dark. A shadow rises from the depth for a ritual older than time.
This is Lost and Found, a series where we chase the lost, the rare and the unseen. I'm Luca Keller, and today we are on a mission to find one of the most elusive shark species in the world.
We are on a tiny island in the Philippines, surrounded by deep blue. Malapascua. Here, just offshore, something extraordinary happens every day, if you know where and when to look. Malapascua is one of the very few places on Earth where recreational divers can encounter the elusive thresher shark. To find the thresher sharks, we need to move like them, start before the sun rises and journey into the darkness. It's 3 a.m. and we prep our cameras. At 4:45, we head out with the boat for a 2-hour ride into the approaching dawn. I decided to document my adventure with a 360-degree camera mounted on my main camera. As I gear up, a familiar mix of anticipation and that strange calm that comes right before a dive kicked in. Our dive guide Gino hands me my camera and I start my descent. My buddy and I are the first divers in the water, and we immediately descend on top of the seamount called Kimud Shoal. Now we wait, silent, still, and floating above the reef. And then, like a dream, they appear. Long, lean bodies shaped like torpedoes, built for precision and power. I decided to stay still, floating, causing as little disturbances as possible. The sharks start to come really close. Their tails are the signature, whip-like, stretching nearly as long as their bodies, helping them slice through the water. I can't help but to leave the camera off for a while, observing these graceful evolutionary masterpieces gliding through the shallow waters. I noticed the sharks circling the same spots on the reef again and again, until I spot the reason behind it all. A group of cleaner wrasse. The sharks circle these cleaning stations with precision, offering their skin, gills, and even inside of their mouths to the wrasse. On a closer look, I see the parasites clinging to their skin. Tiny invaders that drive these deep-sea sharks into the shallows, desperate for a cleansing session on the reef. The wrasse remove parasites and dead tissue. It's a delicate balance and a partnership built on trust. The wrasses get food and the sharks stay healthy. The sharks slip into a trance-like state, so absorbed in the moment they barely notice me until they get just a bit too close. They leave the cold, dark waters they usually call home to visit this exact spot in the shallows, a reef that functions like an underwater spa. It's one of the rare moments in nature where predator and prey aren't enemies, but partners. But unfortunately, not every encounter with humans is as peaceful as ours. Some thresher sharks never make it to the cleaning station. Thresher sharks are classified as endangered. Across Southeast Asia, they are targeted for their long tails in both commercial and sports fishing. And it's not just fishing. Diving, habitat loss, and noises are shrinking the safe spaces they have left. Seeing a thresher shark in the wild is something you don't forget, not just because of how rare they are, but because of how ancient they feel. Their presence alone reminds you that some things in nature still move at their own pace. But encounters like this aren't guaranteed. They are fragile. and the choices we make above and below the surface decide whether they continue. It is on us to protect them.